When we first heard the idea about the block party, I think a few people were excited about it, but honestly, I think most people in our GC sort of grudgingly accepted to do it. Unfortunately, I was in the latter half, wasn't excited about it, to be honest. I just wasn't.
I didn't want to do it. I was feeling super awkward. I didn't know how to approach my neighbors, even though I've been there 17 years.
Personally, for myself, I was excited. In fact, I wanted my block to be the block.
My initial thoughts were it was just gonna be us and no one was gonna show up and it was gonna be awkward.
The day of the block party, my attitude changed from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. The neighbors on the block that aren't a part of the Element family, they actually came out and they were helping us set up. People from around the neighborhood showed up with food. The whole thing was just not what I thought it was going to be.
I thought it was just going to be a glorified GC event, is what I thought in the beginning, which makes me sound really negative, but it's really scary going into your neighborhood and trying to invite random people to your front yard.
It ended up being super organic. We just all gathered together, people played games, they ate.
And a lot of people said that they also wanted to have a block party but didn't know how to get it started, and they were so happy that we decided to do this. It was a really positive experience for everybody involved.
I did hear one guy say, you know, gosh, I can't believe that your church is doing this for us. This is so nice, you know.
I was happily surprised how many of them showed up. There was actually a lot of them that I only knew from, I would wave at them as they drove by and I never met them. And they said the same thing to me, like, oh, we've actually never met even though we've been waving at each other for years.
I think everyone had a really good time. I probably talked to a dozen people I've never met before in my life.
It was fun watching the neighbors gather together in their little cliques that they have, you could tell, you know, and then other people just all kind of, yeah, having a good time. It was good, it was good. It ended up being nice. I mean, we all enjoyed it afterwards. I mean, there was some apprehension prior, right? But then that all kind of went away once it happened.
One of the things that happened at the block party was there was a person there that I have needed to have a conversation with, especially since the forgiveness series. I had a phenomenal, lengthy conversation with that person. God really moved. And that was honestly the highlight of the day for me.
So one thing that happened was one of our neighbors has a son that recently left the house. And our daughter Grace also just moved away for her first real job, what I like to call a big girl job. And we both started talking and realized that we were feeling the same way about becoming potentially empty nesters and having adult children, and how no one really prepared us for what that was gonna look like. No one ever really talks about the milestone of your child packing up and leaving your house. So we really connected on a really good level about what that looked like.
I think that there's a reason, honestly, that God, put this on the hearts of the staff here, that it's something that we need to do. And at the end of the day, we need to submit and be faithful. And we did that, and it ended up being a really, really good day. And I'm actually looking forward to the next one.
Just give it a try, go with it, and see what becomes of it.
I mean, what do you have to lose? You can end up being with your GC, which is a great experience altogether, or you can end up with an entire neighborhood like we did. For something that I thought was going to be a negative, turned out to be a complete positive.
It was a good day. It ended up being really successful.
It's not as bad as what you think it's going to be. To make it organic as possible, by having your neighbors participate with helping set up. We're bringing all the stuff, but they can help set up. They can help bring a side.
Next steps are closer relationships. I mean, we have a gentleman a few houses down that his wife recently died after a long battle with cancer, and he is already inviting us to hang out in front of his house in his new patio and have some wine and we've never had that relationship before. So it's already, moving forward, and with other neighbors, there's other steps as well. So there's so much progress in the future of maybe another block party just for the fun of it, maybe a 4th of July party, who knows, but there's definitely already movement in relationships around our neighborhood.
I don't think it should stop at just a block party. What's next? What's it for? So that's the biggest question to me, is what's next.